broadcast today of September the 25th, the Ag Market Network will cover the latest export sales report. Good morning, I'm Pat McClatchy. Let's get started first with our cotton numbers. The sales of cotton were 155,700 running bales. That was up noticeably from the previous week and 68% above the prior 4-week average. As we look at the breakdown, we see China coming back into the picture here. China took 51,000 bales. Vietnam took 23,800 bales, including 3,500 running bales switched from China. And Turkey took 21,200 bales. These are improved numbers, and it's nice to see China back in the market. Looking at the market, before this number came out, cotton was down 5. Now it's up 2. So it is starting to react some to the upside. Let's look at wheat. The wheat sales number was 396,300 metric tons. That is up 28% from the previous week and up 1% from the 4-week average. Increases were reported for Brazil for 119,500 metric tons, Mexico for 68,600 metric tons, and Japan for 56,100 metric tons. The reaction in wheat before the report came out, wheat was down 2.5 from yesterday's close. Now it's down 3. Going to corn, the corn sales number was 836,400. The breakdown is Mexico took 461,100. Japan took 146,400, including 139,000 metric tons switched from unknown destinations and decreases of 23,200 metric tons. Peru took 84,100, including 60,000 metric tons switched from unknown destinations. As we look at the reaction before the report came out, corn was unchanged, and now the corn market is up about 1/4 cent. Looking at soybeans, the soybean number was a very large number. Soybeans last week were 1.46 million metric tons. If you remember, that was the number last week. This week's number is 2.565 million metric tons. And China took 2,384,900 metric tons. That's a huge number, and China was in taking most of this net sales number. That Chinese number includes 45,000 metric tons switched from unknown destinations and decreases of 3,000 metric tons. Next, we have Egypt taking 102,700 metric tons, which includes 60,000 metric tons switched from unknown destinations. And then we've got the Netherlands taking 75,900, including 70,000 metric tons switched from unknown destinations. Looking at the reaction of the bean market, at the time the bean market, this number came out, beans were up 2, and now beans are about unchanged on the day. So it's a sign that the market had anticipated a large number. So those are the numbers for today. I will say this. Just to comment on the time of the year it is, the seasonal price low normally is made in some of these agricultural markets that we watch about this time of the year. The seasonal tendency is for the low prices to be registered for corn and soybeans about the 1st of October. Does that happen every year? No, but it happens in most years. That's the tendency. If you look at the 5-year seasonal average, the 15-year seasonal average, and the 30-year seasonal average all are coming in about the first part of October. So be aware of that in your marketing decisions. And looking at the cotton market, the cotton seasonal is around the low of the year is normally made around the second half of November. So we could have some time to go before we see our low coming in there. So that's it. That concludes our broadcast for today. Join us again next week for our export sales report. Thank you.